What's up, you guys? See, I am finally doing my review of Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. It's been a full month since I've seen that movie, and I've taken the time to actually, let the nostalgia go on some scenes and really take in the movie and actually reflect on everything that I've saw. I've seen the movie twice, once by myself, and then the second time with my brother, my younger brother. And I have mixed feelings about the film. You know, yes, the settings are awesome. That's probably the best parts of the film. The least parts of the film, I would say, is Leon Kennedy. The character, the actor did well with what he had. The actor did well with what he had, but I didn't think it really fit with this movie and the expectations from people when they compare it to the games and he didn't have that look, that Leon Kennedy look. When I like me, it grew on me. Like I'm able to, if they were to do a sequel with him, I wouldn't be too upset because I want more Resident Evil films. But the fact that he doesn't look like him, it kind of throws me off a little bit. I really enjoyed Claire, the character played by Kaya. I know her from the movie Crawl. She did a great job being a Claire, even though she wasn't a young Claire. I think they're trying to set her up for, Code Veronica, or even go as far as like Revelations 2 if they want to go that far. But I think she did an awesome job. Jill, she did fine, even though she doesn't look like Jill, which that can throw people off a lot since she doesn't look like our video game counterpart. I really liked Chris. I really like Chris. I think he's the closest to the video game counterpart, and I really like his acting skills. The CGI it was not on par. I do like how the liquor looked, but I didn't like how a lot of the other characters look. I do like how Lisa Trevor looked, even though a lot of people say that she's out of place because she took place during Resident Evil 1, and they're saying, hey, why was she in the orphanage and yada yada yada. But I like the action scene that she had. I like that. Me personally, I do like the beginning of the film with the orphanage and everything. Even though a lot of people, they did not like that part and they thought that it was kind of slow and they wanted to hurry up and get to the outbreak. That's the thing that makes me upset, is how some people, they're saying that they want character development, and then some people are saying they need to get straight to the action, straight to the outbreak. So that's what the mixed feelings are. Like, some people have their own version of how the movie should go, and they keep pounding in their head. And if the movie isn't exactly how they envisioned it or wanted it to be, then they just gonna downplay it throughout the whole movie, regardless of a lot of things hit. They're gonna just say, "Oh, it's bad," because this one thing was bad. I didn't like the fact that Mr. X wasn't in the film. He is a great villain, and the fact that they took him out, I did not like that. I know that it could be hard to include him with the story or path that they had going for him, but they had to have him in there. They had to have him in there. Otherwise, a lot of people were going to be upset. They had to make Leon, Claire, and them look alike, and they had to have Mr. X in there. I think the film would have done well if they had that in there, with Mr. X theme going on when every time he approaches them or whatever, or pursues them. The fact that they did not have those elements in there, I think that kind of killed the film a little bit. The fact I am for and against them combining the two films. I do think the two games together. I do think that they should have made this like an episode or part 1, part 2 type of thing. I think this would have done very well if it was like a Netflix series where they had episodic, events. Just like how Revelations has, even though it's a game, it has episodes, and it made it flow. It made the game flow well. So if they would have done that with Resident Evil 1 or Resident Evil 2, or both of them combined on a streaming platform or something, I think would have been given better reviews, or better reviews. Yeah. I mean, it was a $25 million budget. Yes, it finally made its budget and $6 million more, so it grossed over $31 million so far. It hasn't released over in China and Japan yet, which that doesn't occur until January 28th. Yes, I understand it only made about 16 million or like 16 or 20 million domestically, but the older Resident Evil films made less domestically and then they made most of it internationally. So we're just going to wait and see if they make a huge spike on January 20, that week of January 28th, if they make a lot over in China. If not, then it's I don't know if I mean, is it considered a flop if they made over budget, or like if they made their money back and then some, or is it a flop or whatever? Like I don't know. But I know the director do want to make a sequel, but I guess the fact that Raccoon City is now gone, now there can't be Nemesis, but they could throw Nemesis in anything now if they want to. They could put Nemesis in Code Veronica if they really want to. I mean, if they want to mix it up from the games, because this is the thing. When you're doing like a video game movie, you have an audience that want things to be one to one with the video games, and then you want some that wants a little bit one to one, but then some that's different because you want to catch them off guard. So those are different audiences you're gonna have when it comes to video game movies. Now I know Sonic can get away with a lot of things because it doesn't have like the Sonic video games didn't have like a true storyline. Yeah, it had some events going on, but some of the story wasn't already pre-told. So they were able to like mix things up and provide elements in the game from the game in the movie, and it was able to work well with that type of rendition. But with Resident Evil, where they already have CGI storylines, it can be kind of hard if you're trying to mix it up or change it up without getting backlash on it. But overall, like a lot of the other characters, like Albert Wesker, he was fine for me. There is a end credit scene with Ada Wong. She was fine. I thought she was gonna be a major role or have a bigger role during the movie, but because I've seen like behind the scenes or other images with her having on like a suit or like a diving suit or something, they probably left that for a deleted scene. But I was disappointed in that. There were a lot of other key villains that were not in the film that I wanted in there. I know Resident Evil 1 had hunters in it, so I don't know why they didn't have hunters in that. I guess they used all the budget for the liquor, I guess. But I'm half and half with the film. I didn't totally not like it. I was very entertained. I was entertained by some of the CGI because some of it looked horrendous and some was okay. The dog grew on me a little bit, but the CGI was still ass. The William Birkin, his final form was trash. Yes, they did the eyeball thing, but the CGI was just trash. Like I thought it was gonna get better after looking at that first trailer, but I was like, you know what? That is the final product when they showed it to us. So that was trash. But I do want more Resident Evil. I wish Leon Kennedy looked different. I wish Jill looked different. But if they did a sequel, I will watch it. I was entertained. It is better than the Paul W.S. Anderson films. Because the Paul W.S. Anderson films had a Alice in Wonderland type of feel where Alice ended up getting these powers and started beating up on everybody and everything. And I was like, what is this superhero Resident Evil thing going on? Like this is nah. They do bring back the horror aspect. I do like the itchy tasty references and all the references that they use. Yeah, some people say that they over reference a lot of things where they used a bunch of stuff, but that's better than not having it at all. That's better than not having it at all to me. I do like the orphanage intro part. I liked it, even though it was different than the game. I liked it. Right now, Resident Evil audience score is sitting around like a 66%, but it's sitting around 30% with the critics. But who cares? Like the critics are always looking for like Oscar worthy stuff. So you're not gonna get no Oscar worthy stuff from Resident Evil. So it's sitting on 66% audience score. So that means that there is an audience that really enjoyed the film. So I think that they're gonna probably make a sequel. I whether it's a sequel movie or if they're gonna be making like Netflix series, live action Netflix series. So we'll have to wait and see. But overall, I really enjoyed the film. Can't wait to see what else they have in store for this film. I would say watch it on a streaming platform than to watch it out in the movie theaters. That's just me personally. I know they allows you to watch it on a streaming platform. I don't know what streaming platform they have now that you can watch it, but I highly encourage to go take a look at it. It is very entertaining though. All right, y'all like my reaction to this? Post your comments about down below. Like and share with all your friends. Subscribe to the channel for more reaction videos. Make sure y'all give the video a thumbs up. Jay Anchor on down for 100,000 subscribers. And Jay Anchor is out.